moments ago, as the Rams came out of the tunnel, Tavon Austin and Kenny Britt acknowledged the events in Ferguson, and then they were joined by the rest of the receiving corps as they ran out onto the field. There is extra security here today.
All right, that was the scene in St. Louis, as we've been talking about. Joining us now, my friend Jared Max, sportscaster at WCBS 880 here in New York. Also, you could read him at cbsnewyork.com. Jared, when you saw or found out about what happened in St. Louis with the 5 players or so coming out with their hands up, what was your reaction, my friend?
I guess if I was texting you, I would probably put SMH, shaking my head. Steve, you know, something which I haven't heard discussed yet, but I wonder about is that 5 players go and do this. What does this do to the St. Louis Rams locker room? Isn't it funny, the beginning of the season, there was all the talk, would Michael Sam be a distraction to the Rams locker room? I get the impression that if 5 players did this, they essentially drew a line in the sand with other teammates. Not so much either you're with us for this or against us, but what does this mean now when they go back into the locker room? Is there division between the players and between the black players on the St. Louis Rams? That's what I've been wondering about.
Yeah, I don't even know the racial makeup of the Rams. It would be interesting if I had known that coming in. I'd like to find that out now, but you're absolutely right. Now, the NFL has said, you know, it's fine with us, baby. That was their reaction today after the St. Louis Police, not the department, but the Police Officers Association protested vehemently, as have others. And, you know, this from a league that if you taunt another player, it's a penalty. If you celebrate in a fashion that they don't like in the end zone, it's a penalty, etc. They're very orchestrated. They're very self-conscious. They're very careful, yet they have no problem with this.
Steve, I rarely find myself saying this, but I think the NFL got it right on this one. Whether or not that it would be best for the NFL to do this, I think is probably what comes into play, because they don't need to incite anything by fining these players or whatnot. I think this is somebody once said we have sports. Men have sports to keep us from talking about politics, and when politics comes into sport, everybody tends to get a little bit uncomfortable. I think back to the Olympics and the Black Panther display back in the late 60s.
Oh, yeah, the raised fists, absolutely. Black power, yeah.
It does, again, it divides.
Mexico City, 68, yeah.
It does not unite. And, you know, it's people want to go and I think what we start to see maybe is that there's almost a division, again, a division within the black community, maybe, which is going on. I don't know if you've seen, you know, on Facebook or on different forms of social media, videos by black men condemning the actions of other black men and women for what took place in Ferguson and other places around.
Absolutely, yeah, for burning down their own neighborhood. But let me ask you this. I had Al Michaels on, Jared, and I said to Al Michaels, could a conservative Bob Costas ever give his political views the way Bob Costas gives his political views? At the same time, halftime, postgame, whatever. And he said, first he said, that's a very good question. Then he said, that's an excellent question. He really didn't have time to address it further. But that's what I asked. What if this was the other way around? What if this was white players and they came out, you know, wearing police hats or you know, making a police symbol of some sort? You know what I'm saying? Would you think the league would have been as friendly in their reaction?
Steve, I think you know, I texted you a photo yesterday of a screenshot when I was watching CNN yesterday, which actually fonted on the bottom of the screen, "Do white people not get Ferguson?" And I thought, how discriminating could they possibly be? And I don't think they even realize it. But by lumping everybody together, do white people not get it? If you just said, do some white people not get it, fine. Because obviously if the font said, do black people not get it, there would be you know, an uproar over this.
Yeah, but what about in the NFL? We got 30 seconds. If players had come out, white players came out and showed support somehow for the police or Darren Wilson, what would happen?
Steve, it's there's a reason I'm keeping kind of tight-lipped on this one.
No, but you support you think the NFL did the right thing here? Would they have said? Would they just yes or no? Would they have supported the white players?
I don't know. I'm glad we don't have to experience that to find out.
All right, listen, Jared, always good to talk to you. We'll hear you on CBS 88 here in New York, and we'll read you at cbsnewyork.com. My friend Jared Max here on the Steve Malzberg Show. We're coming back. Don't go away. It's Christmas time soon. We're going to hear more about it.